Hi, I'm Cliff Lee. I work in an herb shop here in Chinatown, and I'm here with the Coalition to Protect Chinatown in the Lower East Side. I work at I'm part of a small family business co-owned by 3 siblings, and like most family businesses, congestion pricing adds to an already existing burden. Let's be clear, congestion pricing is a displacement plan. It kicks out people working and residing in Chinatown and encourages just rich people to drive around here. Whether you're a worker, a customer, a resident, or someone who cares about the environment, you should be opposed to congestion pricing. Kathy Hochul, you claim to care about the environment. We are the environment. You know what's actually bad for the environment? Luxury towers. Luxury towers contribute to most of the pollution in this city. And it hikes up rents and real estate taxes, pushing all of us out. Kathy Hochul is kicking out poor people, meanwhile giving tax breaks to developers. Yeah. If you want to protect the environment, stop pro-developer policies.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Repeat after me. No congestion pricing.
No congestion pricing.
Stop displacement now.
Stop displacement now.
No congestion pricing.
No congestion pricing.
Stop displacement now.
Stop displacement now.
Governor Hochul.
Governor Hochul.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Governor Hochul.
Governor Hochul.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Today we have a lineup of speakers from across the community. Oh yeah.
我简单翻译一下，那站在我这边呢，也是这个今天的主持人之一，他叫 Cliff。他的家人呢在这里做小生意，他呢也是在这里做工。这个拥堵费啊，肯定呢会让他们这个小生意啊更加难以为继，因为呢会加重他们的这个负担，加重了他们的这个运营的成本。这个呢也跟我们很多小商户、跟我们很多住客的这个经历是非常相似的。我们这个千千万万在唐人街啊，都是有这种经历的。我们要很清楚一点，拥堵费就是在逼迁我们的社区，对不对啊？对。他会把我们唐人街啊和下东城啊都赶走，只让那些非常有钱的人在这里。他说啊，这个是拥堵费啊，是关心我们的环境啊，但是我们人呢？是环境的一部分啊，是我们环境里面最重要的一部分啊，对不对啊？对。你说什么在逼迁我们的社区？什么是真正伤害我们的这些环境啊？是这些豪华高楼啊，这些豪华高楼啊，是啊那些啊污染啊我们社区最厉害的这个污染源啊，消耗能源最多的这个来源啊，他们呢这些豪华高楼啊，还会提升我们的租金和地税，让我们所有人都被赶出去。胡楚州长。你这样子，让我们的这些中等和低等收入的这些居民和小商户，给我们更多的压力，让我们付更多的这个租金，付更多的钱，让我们更加负担不起。但同时啊，你却把很多的这个钱，很多的这个税收优惠啊，都给了这些大地产商，这样子做是非常不对的。胡楚州长，你应该听取我们民众的声音啊，是不是啊？是。不要拥堵费。不要拥堵费！停止逼迁！停止逼迁！不要拥堵费！不要拥堵费！停止逼迁！停止逼迁！
Today we have a lineup of speakers from across backgrounds in our community. We're starting with Francisco Gonzalez, founder of the Lower East Side Small Business Alliance.
好，我们第一位有请 Francisco Gonzalez， 他是下东城小商户联盟的创始者。
Yes, hello. Thank you for having me. Thank you, everybody, for coming out today. Once again, my name is Francisco Gonzalez, founder of the Lower East Side Small Business Alliance, which was pretty much established during the pandemic with pretty much minority-owned businesses in the East Village, Lower East Side, Chinatown, and the Two Bridges. Today, I stand here to represent the Alliance against no congestion pricing. I am a lifelong resident of the neighborhood, and congestion pricing is just another tax that's being put on our people. It's going to have a huge effect on minority, black-owned businesses, all types of minority businesses in the area, because this is a tax that's being placed on us. With the new tariffs being placed by a new president and this additional taxation of congestion pricing, this is only a recipe for disaster. I live by the FDR Drive, and if congestion pricing does kick in, the only free way to get in is through the FDR Drive. And what's going to happen is it's going to become a parking garage, and it's going to affect the environment. Our air, it's already in poor conditions, and with congestion pricing, it's only going to make it worse. I want to clarify that the Lower East Side Small Business Alliance is totally against congestion pricing for the simple fact that food costs it's already up by inflation. It's only going to get more expensive. Congestion pricing has the community fooled here, saying that, oh, I don't drive a car or whatnot. It's going to affect us all because our food is going to go up. Our rents is already really high, and now this is just an additional tax to displace our people. So I'm proud to stand here with everyone, and thank you so much for your time.
简单翻译一下啊，他是代表下东城的我们尤其很多有色族裔啊、拉丁裔和非裔的那些小商户。他说啊，他们是坚决的反对拥堵费。很多人说这拥堵费啊，只是关乎那些开车的人呐，但是这个是影响我们整个社区啊，因为我们所有的这个小生意啊，都很依赖这些运输啊，依赖这些客流啊。拥堵费只会把我们这个本来就已经运营非常高的这个运营成本呢，这些小商户呢，只会让他们雪上加霜，而且呢，也影响到环境，因为很多的车辆啊，将会在这个旁边啊 FDR 这些地方啊去开啊，让那边的空气更加的这个糟糕，很多这个住客在那边啊，所以呢，他们现在无论是住在这里的，还是在这里运营的，我们都坚决站出来反对这个拥堵费。我们也唐人街跟下东城站在一起啊，是不是？
Next, I'd like to have Mei Rong Song, Chinatown tenant and small business representative speak.
好，下面有请宋美荣代表唐人街的住客和小商户发言。
我叫宋美荣，我来美国30年了，住在唐人街的哈。我看着唐人街的繁荣走到衰败哈，从街道的人山人海哈。 到了现在冷冷清清哈，小商户们的生意很难维持下去，造成如今的唐人街萧条，是因为高昂的经营成本和客流量的减少，这些都是政府地产商逼迁政策的造成哈，让社区租金飞涨，小商户的经营成了大幅度的提高，租金提高也让很多居民难以负担。 逼不得已搬离唐人街，居民的离开造成小商户的客源减少，生意难以维持。唐人街的空位很多，现在控制的名列全是前茅啊，就是很多空位出来，没有人租啊。现在州长还再一次巧立名目哈，还要收取拥堵费。 拥堵费如果执行，一定会使唐人街的客流量更加减少，这将会让小商户经营更上雪上加霜哈。这一个政策将会把我们这个社区带来绝境。我们要求州长停止收拥堵费，停止帮地产商。大家一定要站出来支持不要收拥堵费。好。
I'm Candy Song. I'm sorry, Mei Rong Song. I lived in Chinatown since I came to the U.S. more than 3 decades ago. I've witnessed the change of Chinatown from prosperity to desolation, with increasing rents and decreasing foot traffic. This is caused by the government's displacement policies that benefit big developers. It increases rents as well as the operation costs of small businesses. Tenants are forced to leave because they cannot sustain high rents. That also means less business, harder for small businesses to survive. There are many empty storefronts in Chinatown. Chinatown's commercial vacancy rate is one of the worst in the whole city. Now Governor Hochul tries to find excuses to charge congestion pricing. If implemented, it will further decrease Chinatown's foot traffic and make it more difficult for small businesses. This will put the final nail in the coffin. We demand Governor Hochul, no to congestion pricing, stop helping developers displace our community. And I'd like to welcome Chris Marte, council member. Thank you so much for joining us to hear from the community.
好，下面有请市议员马泰，他来听取我们社区的声音了。大家掌声邀请他，欢迎他过来。
Hi everyone, I'm Councilmember Christopher Marte. It's great irony why we're here, right? The governor wants to move forward with congestion pricing to make Lower Manhattan less crowded. However, in the same note, she's allowing massive luxury developments to come to our community, which will only add congestion. Many of these residents will have cars, or if not, many of these residents will order through an app to get their groceries, to get their food, to get, supplies every single day. And we continue to subsidize the developers to add more congestion. And so we are asking the question, why is there a tax for people who live in our district, a working class district, low income district? Many of the residents behind me make just a living wage and can barely survive here in Chinatown and the Lower East Side. And so we're asking the governor, who is this plan for and who is this plan going to displace? We already know the answer. And so we're asking for, at the very least, for a local exemption. Thank you all.
简单翻译一下马泰市议员他今天呢也到场来听取我们社区的声音。他呢就说这个胡楚州长说用这个拥堵费可以让我们这里没那么多人了。但同时他也在鼓励这些大地产商进来盖豪华高楼几百上千个这些新的这些豪华高楼进驻我们社区。这些人他们更多是在开车他们用的车比我们很多这些中低收入的人用的车更多他们也会用那些这个叫外卖等等他们也不会足不出户通过外卖什么的来维持所以呢这些呢其实会更多的这个车会进来我们这个社区。所以呢他就抛出这个问题给这个胡楚州长你这个拥堵费最后受益的是谁？所以呢他现在呢也呼吁如果你要搞这个拥堵费要有更多的这个豁免，让我们在这里做工的，在这里住的，这里小商户的我们呢应该不要受这个拥堵费的影响。我们也谢谢马泰今天出来跟我们站在一起，好不好？给掌声马泰。
I'd like to add that Kathy Hochul says that congestion pricing is to fund the MTA. The MTA is notorious for waste and mismanagement. Why are we encouraging their corruption? Our blood gets sucked so that we can feed their corruption. All right.
好了，我们也要再补充一点因为这个胡楚州长还说这个拥堵费可以把这些钱给这个 MTA 给这个地铁但大家也知道这个 MTA 他们的经营非常不善，里面有非常多的浪费。你把更多的钱给这个 MTA， 那不是更鼓励他们有更多的浪费，鼓励他们有更多的贪污吗？所以这样子收这个费用根本是不能够解决这个 MTA 的这个问题的。
I'd like to introduce Maggie Martinez, LES resident. Thank you, Maggie.
Hi. Hi, my name is Maggie Martinez. My name is Maggie Martinez. I was born and raised in the Lower East Side and still live here. Our community is already being squeezed by high rents and overdevelopment of unaffordable luxury towers. So, is Governor Hochul trying to drive the last nail in the coffin with congestive pricing by adding an extra charge to our community members? You're going to charge people to come to our small businesses, to visit their families, and to be within their communities. This is a gut punch to our community, making it more and more unaffordable for us to stay here. Congestive pricing is going to allow rich people and big corporations to pay for the privilege to zoom through our streets, while our community gets displaced and our air is poisoned by the gridlock that this plan will cause on the FDR Drive. Governor Hochul, if you really care about the environment, you should stop the pro-developers' policies and support plans like the CWG to protect our community. And Hochul has the audacity to say, no money to fix the trains, yet hardworking people, small businesses are charged at every turn, while luxury developers are given all these tax breaks. This governor is running New York like an autocracy, not a democracy. Governor Hochul, listen to the people and do the right thing. Stop congestive pricing. Stop displacing our communities. Thank you.
简单翻译，她叫 Maggie， 她是一辈子都住在这个下东城了。我们这个下东城很多居民都已经受到这个贵租的这个影响很多这些新盖的这些公寓都是豪华公寓我们根本就负担不起现在这个胡楚州长还要给我们最后一击让我们进来的光顾我们小商户的光顾我们走访亲朋好友的，我们所有的人他都要额外的收费这个非常的可耻这样子收费了，最后只会帮到这些非常有钱的人，他们是不用担心加多这个9块钱的，他们可能还会更高兴的付这9块钱，因为这些9块钱让我们大部分的人都进不来这里，让他们在这个区里面开车更加畅通无阻这个最后只是帮了这些有钱的地产商。胡楚州长如果你真正关心我们的这个环境，真正关心我们住在这里工作和开小商户的人，你应该停止这些帮助地产商的政策，应该支持我们这些在我们这个社区以民为先的这些停止地产商进入我们社区的盖豪华高楼的方案，像我们这个华埠工作组的土改方案。胡楚州长现在这样子的做法根本就不是一个民主的做法，这个更像是一个独裁的做法。所以你要停止给这些地产商给他们这个税收的优惠。胡楚州长，你要听取民众的声音，做正确的事情，停止收拥堵费，停止逼迁我们的社区，好不好？好。
And I'd like to thank you for the great speeches, everybody. I'd like to introduce Catherine Freed, former Supreme Court Justice and City Council member.
好，我们下面有请前市议员和前最高法院法官傅里达讲话。
Oh, thank you. All right, it's great to be here today and see everybody. As you know, and I've been involved with the lawsuit against congestion pricing. Basically, our problems are that there was never an environmental impact statement, and the MTA's own figures show that we will get increased pollution in this area of downtown. Additionally, they have never done an economic impact statement. And we know that the costs of food, of deliveries, of service will go up for everyone living in the congestion pricing zone. In fact, just yesterday, one of the trucking associations released a statement saying how much they will have to charge extra for coming into this district. Additionally, a lot of the food and service industries have stated that it will be more expensive to get food, and for restaurants. It will also be difficult for people who use mass transit but just happen to live in the congestion pricing district, like Chinatown, like the Lower East Side. I live about 10 blocks that way, right by the water, which is why I'm out of breath. Anyway, the bottom line is they take us all for granted. They decided on arbitrarily where they would draw these lines and who would get hurt. And the bottom line is that this community is going to get hurt more than any others. We already have more environmental justice areas, more people living below the poverty line, more people living on single fixed incomes, and actually a higher amount of senior citizens who are also living on fixed incomes. And this is a tax. This is a cost on everyday living for everyone who lives in this district. So if you just live here, even though you didn't know you were living in the central business district, you were just living in your neighborhood, the truth is everything's going to cost more. And they have never done an economic impact statement. They have not looked at the impacts on small businesses, and especially mom and pop stores who have a small profit margin to begin with. More of them will go out of business. There was also a study done, I don't know if you talked about this. Yeah. The study that was done by the city planning department, and they did a vacant storefront vacancy survey, and it shows that downtown in particular, we have some of the highest vacancy rates and some of the highest turnover rates. So in Chinatown, it's like 20%. A little further west around and in south in Fidei, it's as high as 26%, and in the Lower East Side, it's 16%. But what this really means is that stores are already having a problem getting by. I mean, we suffered from 9/11, we suffered from COVID, and now we're getting hit with this. It's not fair. It's not fair to the people who live here. It's not fair to the people who try and operate businesses, and it's not fair to the workers who are going to have to pay more to come into the district. So we're opposed to congestion pricing, and what we're saying is, listen to us, do an economic impact statement, and show what the impact will be. Hochul got it right the first time when she said this was bad for business, and it was bad for people in the central business district. You know, she backed down. She shouldn't have. We want them to do an economic impact statement, and while they're at it, they should really do a full environmental impact statement too. Otherwise, this is going to hit everyone who lives in this district, and we're all going to pay for it, and we're all going to suffer from it, and we're not going to get anything that in exchange for it except actually higher pollution rates. Right.
Okay, we're gonna do some chants. Okay, 我们叫两句口号啊。Governor Hochul, do the right thing. Governor Hochul, do the right thing. No congestion pricing. Stop displacement. No congestion pricing. Stop displacement. 好，我简单翻译两句啊。刚才呢，弗里达呢说呢，他呢跟我们一些社区的一些居民呢，发起了一个诉讼，去阻止这个拥堵费。他的理由很简单，两个，这个政府啊，他批准这个拥堵费啊，根本就没有考虑它对我们社区造成的经济的影响。第二，这个政府啊，根本就没有考虑这个拥堵费啊，对我们的环境造成这个影响。这个拥堵费啊，现在有很多这些调查已经指出了，我们这个社区啊，这个小商户的这个空置率啊，非常的高。我们这个下层啊，在整个纽约市啊，都是排名的前列的。这个拥堵费呢，而且也会影响到这个环境啊。因为呢，很多住在这里的，尤其住在河边的这些居民呢，这个污染啊，空气的污染啊，会造成更多的空气污染。我们这个社区呢，已经遭受了911，已经遭受了这个疫情，现在又搞这个拥堵费。胡楚州长呢，之前呢已经暂停过一次拥堵费了，他当时非常正确的指出来说，这个拥堵费啊，会对我们小商户啊造成很多的影响。那为什么现在又要把这个拥堵费重新的这个实施呢？胡楚州长，你应该听取我们社区的声音，停止收拥堵费，对不对？
Now I'd like to introduce Sabrina from Youth Against Displacement.
Hi everyone, my name is Sabrina and I'm here as a member of Youth Against Displacement. Congestion pricing is not the Hail Mary solution that Governor Hochul is making it out to be. A flat tax will always hurt those with less money more. Small businesses will be forced to make room for big box stores, big flagship stores. Congestion pricing is a regressive policy that will rope off Lower Manhattan to become a rich person's playground. Not only does it harm people who live here, but the workers, small businesses, doctors, customers, friends, family, and people who've been displaced already but still travel into this neighborhood to be part of our community. Congestion pricing is wildly unpopular, with nearly 65% of New Yorkers opposing the policy. And Hochul knows this. Just days before the presidential election, she blocked it from going into effect, saying that the cost was too much for working people. Yet as soon as the Democrats lost, she brought the plan right back. Is our community just another chess piece for Hochul to play with? Hochul tries to use young people like me, pretending that this is for our futures and to protect our environment. But people are part of the environment. We cannot protect it by allowing real estate to displace our neighbors and pollute our air to build their luxury development projects. Instead of taking more money from working people, the governor must rein in the MT's careless spending and stop giving away billions to developers who profit off our struggle. It's time Hochul learned to respect the working people she was elected to represent and found alternatives that protected our livelihoods, our community. Governor Hochul, do the right thing. Stop allowing greedy real estate developers and politicians who displace us keep doing what they're doing. Stop congestion pricing.
简单翻译一下，她呢是 Sabrina 叫方佩涵中文名叫方佩涵，她是年轻人反逼迁小组的成员。她呢也跟很多人讲的也是一样，我们这个社区不单只是住在这里的居民，还包括小商户，包括工人，包括所有跟我们社区有联系的人。但是呢，这个胡楚州长在这个选举之前前几个月他就把这个拥堵费暂停了，因为他知道这个拥堵费是非常不受欢迎的。他做一个调查，60%多的这个纽约州纽约市60%多的人是反对这个拥堵费的。但是呢，在这个11月份大选结束之后，他马上又把这个拥堵费提出来。他真的是在利用我们社区以为我们社区这么好骗是不是这个非常的这个羞耻这个胡楚州长。他还说这个拥堵费是为了我们下一代为了我们以后他说是对我们年轻人是有好处但是我们不管年轻人不管年老的，我们都是这个社区的一部分我们都是这个环境的一部分我们是不会让他用这个拥堵费摧毁我们的环境对不对对。我们是不是要这个州长要听取我们的声音，停止拥堵费，停止逼迁，停止拥堵费，停止逼迁。
I'd like to thank everybody who came here, workers, residents, Bowery Alliance, small businesses, Chris Marte, Francisco Gonzalez, Merong Song, Maggie Martinez, Sabrina, and Catherine Freed. Governor Hochul, stop helping big developers, stop displacement. Listen to the people. You can do the right thing. If you want to stay in touch, please sign in. We can discuss further steps. No congestion pricing.
No congestion pricing.
Stop displacement now.
Stop displacement now.
No congestion pricing.
No congestion pricing.
Stop displacement now.
Stop displacement now.
好了，我们呢今天呢这个记者会到此结束。我们呢也谢谢各位团体大家都站出来跟我们站在一起。胡楚州长，你还有时间做正确的事情，改正你这个错误的这个政策，停止让这个地产商摧毁我们的社区。如果大家今天第一次过来参加的，请留下你的联系方式，我们之后呢可以一起开会商量下一步。谢谢大家。记者有什么问题的，现在也可以上前过来问，谢谢。Thank you.